So you've learned that there are microorganisms in water, air, food, and other living organisms. Water, air, food, and other living organisms are called carriers of microorganisms because they can move or transmit microorganisms from one habitat to another. Remember that animals have some microorganisms inside or on their bodies that form their natural microflora, like the Staphylococcus epidermidis on human skin. Some other animals, like houseflies, are capable of transmitting disease-causing microorganisms within or on their bodies to other living organisms. These animals that are capable of transmitting disease-causing microorganisms are called vectors. Most vectors are not capable of causing diseases on their own. It is the microorganisms they carry that are responsible for the diseases associated with these vectors. If vectors move microorganisms that reside inside their bodies, mostly through body fluids like blood and saliva, to another living organism, then they are said to have a biological mode of transmitting microorganisms. One key example is the female Anopheles mosquito that carries the malaria-causing Plasmodium falciparum. As these mosquitoes feed on human blood, they pass the plasmodium through their saliva into the human's bloodstream, and this may eventually cause malaria. A mosquito can acquire the Plasmodium falciparum parasite if it bites a human being that's infected with the parasite. The mosquito can then transmit the parasite to other humans when it feeds on their blood. The tsetse fly is another vector that has a biological mode of transmitting microorganisms. Tsetse flies transmit trypanosoma that causes trypanosomiasis or sleeping sickness. They transmit this protozoa through their saliva when they bite human beings. Infected dogs, bats, raccoons, and foxes transmit the deadly rabies virus via their saliva when they bite a human or another animal. Some other vectors have a mechanical mode of transmitting microorganisms. For example, houseflies transmit Vibrio cholerae that stick to their hairy legs when they perch on feces and are transferred to uncovered food when they land on it. And that does it for the non-living carriers and the living carriers or vectors of microorganisms. Remember that vectors can transmit microorganisms biologically or mechanically. I'll see you soon.